Mercury, the planet of information, the planet that represents transaction, calculation, the Lord of Virgo and Gemini will move in Gemini on 24th of June until 8th of July. Buddha will be in the Gemini zodiac sign with Surya. That means it's a Buddhadatta Yoga. It's a very positive placement in the Gemini zodiac sign, which is basically Mercury's own house, and therefore the Swagrahi Buddha will give us blessings, will bring transactions on the move, will keep the pace of the work, and will also help us to grow financially. Our investments will grow. But what is happening around Mercury during the transit of Buddha in Gemini is slightly concerning. Let's discuss that. Hi, you are watching Sadgamayah, your one-stop destination for short astrology videos for astrology on the go. For quick astrology takes, subscribe this channel and stay connected. For consultations, you can drop me an email, and for detailed ascendant-wise analysis and podcasts, you can watch my main channel, Punneit's Astrology. All the links will be in the description box below. Buddha, when it goes in the Mithun Rashi, this gives you an opportunity to improvise through your communication. It gives you an opportunity to take calculated risks. It gives you an opportunity to actually take initiatives and decide logically on the problems that you are in, and it also gives you a chance to get out of the problem. If you think you are deeply in trouble, or if your Mercury is afflicted, or you are in Mercury Mahadasha or Antardasha, you should chant Vishnu Sahasranam and take the name of Bhagwan Mahavishnu and use your logic more than emotions. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you will become emotionless, but then if your decisions are more driven by data, that will be the right thing to do. Also, what's happening around Buddha is a little concerning, especially what's happening in the second house. The second house is experiencing a Mars and Venus in Ashlesha. Now, second house is the Dhan Bhava, the house that is about resources. That means ideas will come, opportunities will come, but maybe you will lag behind, especially if you have an afflicted Mercury, if there are lack of resources. So what should you do? See, this is the time to be more prepared. So plan, but before execution, think about the possible outcomes, think about possible plan B or even plan C. Second house experiencing an Ashlesha Mars and Venus can create tensions in your own home, which you can easily resolve or diffuse through your own intellect. But this is again what I say, more than emotions, use your logic and use your wittiness, use your power to improvise through communication and adapting the circumstances through the process of learning, through the process of gratitude. This power of assimilating and being in one with the world is the theme of this Buddha transit in the Gemini zodiac sign. Also, you will see that this short transit of Buddha will be very impactful, especially if you are Virgo, Gemini or Sagittarius moon sign natives. And the another thing that is happening around this Mercury is the transit of Mars and Venus during the duration of Buddha in Gemini. Mercury will experience the transit of Mars from the second house to the third house on 1st of July. Now, when that happens, Buddha will experience Mars in Leo zodiac sign, therefore Mars gaining a lot of power. Which also means that Mercury, which is your mind, your consciousness, will push you to take some bold decisions. It will push you to be harsh on your words and your actions. You can also be harsh on yourself. The reason can be anything. It can also be because of your failures or because of your assumption of failures. You try to defend yourself too much, or you try to, force your way through in the life. That won't work. Why? Because if you see the position of Gemini, Gemini is in trine with Ketu in Libra and retro Saturn in the Aquarius zodiac sign. Sun is also in that trine. So Mercury gets caught in the energy trine of Sun, Ketu and Saturn. That is not favorable for Mercury. Also, on 7th of July, Venus will exit out from Cancer to Leo, both crossing the Gandanta of Cancer and Leo zodiac sign, which means you need to be watchful on your relations. You need to watch out for expenses that you do towards your home, family, and for your food, for your travel, for yourself. How much you are consuming and what you are consuming, whether it is food or it is information. that need to be filtered and monitored carefully. And you also have to be very, very strong in your communication, very, very profound in the way you try to speak. So you have to work on your soft skills during this time. And because Mercury is in Gemini, it will favor you and support you to do that in a great way. So take this Mercury transit in Gemini as a positive transit with little bit of nuances, little bit of clauses attached to this. But if you pray to Bhagwan Narayan, if you give water to the Surya, if you do Surya Namaskar every day and communicate with your own self and through your body by practicing yoga, you will get the underlying message that Buddha is always going to help you, because it is in a very strong position to end the duality and the dilemma, just that you have to bring in another point of view. For manufacturers, for traders, for businessmen, for people who involved in export and import, someone who is involved in going for government tenders, manufacturing industry, banking, transactions, lending, all that will see some positive direction. Just think about one thing: whatever you do, don't block your money by doing a risky investment. Unplanned investment will see catastrophic failure during this time. If you are focusing on your dharma, you are good to go. That was a quick take on the Mercury transit in Gemini. We'll meet you in the next video. For detailed analysis, you can watch my main channel video. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for watching. This is your host Puneet. Namaste.